the show, before we even begin with the interview, I want to kickstart it by letting the listener understand what your name means and where it comes from, right? So please do enlighten us. Who is Dex the Rapper? Why is he Dex the Rapper?
Okay, so contrary to popular belief, right, the name does not come from the word Dexter.
Okay, I was thinking it's... Can I tell you what I was thinking, ne?
Sure, yeah.
I thought it's Dexter, like from Dexter's Laboratory, plus Chance the Rapper.
Yeah.
I thought you took Dexter, or Chance the Rapper, or Dex the Rapper. That's literally what I thought.
It could be a story, but that's not
That's
not
not
really
it.
the truth. No.
Okay, well, what is it? What is it?
So, what people don't know most about me is that I actually produce. Well, that's how I started off anyway.
Yeah.
And I had aspirations of becoming a DJ.
Okay.
And so that's where the word Dex came from.
Okay.
So it was
I
initially
get it.
Dex Star.
I get it. Yeah.
And so the star on Dex. And then it evolved from there when I started production. And I was like, let me just make the music. And then
So you were
added
like,
the
let me
rapper.
just let me pull a Kanye, yo. Like, why not? Why not? I feel you. Okay.
I don't know what that means, but yeah.
I get it. He was also a producer first, and then he also then was like, let me just make the music.
Oh, you mean that way?
That way.
Okay,
That
cool.
way. Not in a bad way. I get it. You're not
It's
dizzy.
it's a very contentious topic, the Kanye West topic.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, Dexter. Okay. So how long have you been rapping then? Since now you wanted to be a DJ first, and then you didn't venture into that fully. You became a producer. You're like, let me rap. How long have you been rapping, and what inspired you to actually make that switch?
Okay, so it started off when I was in high school, and I started discovering like my creative writing abilities,
Okay.
etc.
Okay.
And this was a little over 17 years ago, on and off.
Damn,
What
yeah.
people don't know is that I took like 6 years off of making music.
Okay.
So for like a whole 6 years,
Okay.
I wasn't making any music.
Yeah.
Until 2016, started up again in a whole new world of music and that sort of thing. And the transition was really brought about by me trying to fit in,
Okay.
to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because what people don't know as well is that I started off classically trained as I played the recorder.
Oh,
I wouldn't
okay.
exactly say it's classically trained.
Yeah.
That elementary skill was there. And if it wasn't rap,
Yeah.
I have a feeling I probably would have been a saxophone player.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Can you
it's-
still play?
No.
No.
No. You have to stay in that game too.
Yeah, to just
get somewhere,
to
yeah.
get something. Wow. Okay. So has it worked out for you? You saying that you switched it up, it was to fit in. Did it work out for you?
I think I find myself still trying to do the same thing today, you know.
Really?
Because, and I don't want to, be too forward, because I think this will probably come up later in some of the questions that you're going to ask.
Okay.
Is that there's this transition for me to want to express myself as the artist that I am versus the rapper. So people are still expecting the rapper.
The
guy.
rapper, yeah.
You gotta have those lines
Yeah.
and say those quirky things.
Things, yeah. Okay, I hear you. So with the kind of rap that you do, it could also be considered as conscious rap, ne? That's not really popular in SA. Why do you think? We get it with a few artists, but then it's not popular,
Yeah.
and it hasn't been becoming popular. Why do you think so?
I think I don't know if maybe we might have this fear of having, the difficult conversations. And that's most of the time what we're doing as, in inverted commas, conscious artists. I
Okay,
don't consider
okay.
myself a conscious
Just
artist.
rapper, yeah.
I consider myself a conscious person.
Okay.
And that
Okay.
will naturally just get into my
Seep
music.
into your music, I get that, yeah.
I can turn up.
Oh,
once in a
issue.
while.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So how do you put your words on paper? So we just spoke about you. Now you're saying you're a conscious person and that seeps into your music. When you do go into that creative process, how do you do it? What happens in your mind? What's the mood? What's the feel? Is it something that you have to do something? Like I know some people have to maybe smoke weed or something. What do you have to
Oh.
do to get into like that
Sure.
zone, basically?
For me, it's actually not as fascinating as people may think.
Okay.
I'm a very pragmatic type of guy, and someone asked me this the other day,
Yeah.
and I was so embarrassed because it was not an exciting process to
Oh,
explain.
okay,
Like I
okay.
literally sit down
Yeah.
with a piece of paper, write down the 3 questions: what, why, how,
Yeah.
and I take it from there. But obviously, you've got to get into certain spaces mentally. You've got to feel the music, because I
Yes,
believe the music
yes,
leads. You know, the
yes.
music kind of tells me, okay,
Yeah,
this is what
emotions
the
as
song
well.
could be about.
Yeah.
How I feel as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who are your biggest musical influences, and would you say you're like them?
Oh man, that was such a. When I saw that question, I was like, how do I answer this? I've been exposed to so many different types of music, different styles.
Yeah.
I listen to very mature music from a young age.
Yeah.
So, I mean, from Queen
Okay.
to Michael Jackson to
Okay.
Luther Vandross.
Oh, nice.
In my formative years,
Yes,
that's what I was
yes,
hearing.
yes.
You know, to classical music even. And I don't listen to as much mainstream music as people think.
Okay.
I listen to a lot of soulful stuff.
Okay.
I don't want to mention
Such
any
as?
artists.
Such
besides
as?
such
Please
as-
do.
oh,
You never know. Maybe Savaz.
Okay.
We're getting to know Dexter. Let's hear it.
There's an artist by the name of Lucky Day.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
He's probably, within reach still for the younger people.
So who's with outreach? Like, what if you're plugging us right now?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
look out for Jameson.
Okay.
JMSN.
Yes, I do. I love
Jameson.
Jameson. Yes, I love
Yeah.
Jameson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that sort of music.
Okay.
That speaks to
Great
me.
vocals. I hear that. Okay.
Yeah.
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 All right. Okay. Let's jump into some more music. We're talking to Dex the Rapper here on the Kovsie FM Drive. Next up, we have Aminé with Shimmy. Do enjoy.
You and fun. Kovsie FM, where the music is lit.
Man, what's up? Yeah. It's been a whole year, man. Let's not front. It's my year, man. I'm here to fuck up your whole career, man. Don't play dumb, dummy. You know what's the deal, man. A lot of y'all fake flexing. That is not your necklace. And that whip ain't yours. That's the IRS is. I'm bigger than Texas. Me and God text message. Y'all see how easy lying is. It's easy to forget this. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all get no applause. I'm looking like wealth, so mommy want a menage. I did the clean version so money could be involved. Y'all think they ain't worthy. Y'all don't pay dues, y'all pay up and thirsty. You thought you made a anthem, but you just saying you a Fergie. Too many fighting, I might need me 10 attorneys. Just cause you bought that vintage Margiela. Don't change your flight from Spirit to Delta. Y'all dress like you just came out the store. I got my groove back like fella, not Stella. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all get no applause. I'm looking like wealth, so mommy want a menage. I did the clean version so money could be involved. I got verses on verses, man, this shit could go all day. I got a whip that's blacker than it from Allstate. Count your money up, do the mathematics. That's not 200K, that's $20 in your pocket. It's a cold, cold world that we live in. And all these I make it my mission. The way I kill these, send my ass to prison. I knock a head off, then I'm dipping, splitting.
Oh baby, I like it raw. 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 Oh baby, I like it raw.
Shimmy, shimmy, y'all get no applause. I'm looking like wealth, so mommy want a menage. I did the clean version so money could be involved.
Anything she needs, she can call me. Don't worry about it, that's my seed, oh, that's all me. Just know if you cross her, then you cross me, cross me, cross me. If you. Anything she needs, she can call me. Don't worry about it, that's my seed, oh, that's all me. Just know if you cross her, then you cross me, cross me, cross me. If you
And she ain't messing with no other man. Me and her, something different. I really need all you to understand that nobody's coming close, and I don't ever wanna run around. I spent my youth jumping in and out, but you know I wanna love her now, like nobody ever could. And you know I stay tripping on my crazy. Oh no, I'm sticking with my baby for sure. Together or solo, it doesn't matter where we are. Oh no, no. So if you hear about my lady, just know that she ain't the one to play with. Oh no, and I'll be standing so close, so you know that. Hey.
anything she needs, she can call me. Don't worry about it, that's my seed, oh, that's all me. Just know if you cross her, then you cross me, cross me, cross me. If you
Cross her, then you cross me, and nobody's coming close, yeah. And I think that you should know that if you cross her,
anything she needs, she can call me.
you cross
Don't worry
me.
about it, that's my seed, oh, that's all me.
Come on and let it go. Oh, I think that you should know.
If she ain't messing with no other man, now what you not gonna do is stand there across from me like you got kung fu. That's their cross arm, running your mouth like a faucet. But you don't know that my girl been doing CrossFit. Kung pao, hit your with a cross kick, pulling air out, way out, you exhausted. No, she gonna slide anytime you. Yeah. Keep a little blade in a claws, kid. No one say hi to me without her. Better pay your respect to the queen. Better do that without a flirt. Gotta respect the HBIC. Couple of things that you need to know if you still wanna be friends with
Just
me.
know if you cross her, then you cross me, cross me, cross me. If you
cross her,
anything she needs, she can call me.
you cross
Don't worry
me.
about it, that's my seed, oh, that's all me.
Nobody's coming close, yeah. And I think that you should know that if you cross her,
Anything she needs, she can call me.
you cross
Don't worry
me.
about it, that's my seed, oh, that's all me.
Come on, let it go. Oh, I think that you should know. She stay tripping and she crazy. Oh no, quit messing with my baby for sure. Together or solo, it doesn't matter where we are. Oh no, no. So if you hear about my lady, just know that she ain't the one to play with. Oh no, and I'll be standing so close, so you know that if you cross her,
Anything she needs, she can call me.
you cross me.
That's my seed, oh, that's all me.
Nobody's coming close, yeah. And I think that you should know that if you cross her,
Anything she needs, she can call me.
you cross
Don't worry
me.
about it, that's my seed, oh, that's all me.
Come on, let it go. Oh, I think that you should know if you cross her.
Anything she needs, she can call me. Don't worry about it, that's my seed, oh, that's all me. Just know if you cross her, then you cross me, cross me, cross me. If you, oh,
Ed Sheeran with Cross Me here on your Ultimate Campus Radio. We're talking to Dex the Rapper here on the Kovsie FM Drive. Now, we just learned your biggest musical influences. Now, with knowing, like, with having, not knowing, but with having great musical influences, you also then develop good characteristics of music and understanding what good music is, right? There's a lot of trending genres right now, and not a lot of people, let me not say not a lot of people jump onto it, but some people are like, I know better, you know. So to Dex the Rapper, what are good characteristics of good music, and basically what's good music to you, man?
Wow, such an unfair question.
Why?
It's like asking someone what's the best flavor ice cream.
Vanilla,
it's-
done.
Yes, exactly. It's vanilla. I've been saying it all along.
Yeah.
But on a serious note, it's a very subjective thing.
Yeah.
Because I think every song has its place
True.
in a certain context.
True.
You know, I did a bit of design school,
Okay.
and we were taught about a concept called the spirit of the time.
Okay.
So if you're able to capture the spirit, of the time, it
Mm.
contributes to you creating something relevant for that time
Okay.
and good for that time.
Okay.
And there are rules to music. Obviously, there's the rules to entertainment,
Yeah.
and then there are rules to music.
Music.
Scientific,
okay.
both
Yeah,
scientific.
Yeah.
And I think if you have a good mix of those, you should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember, like, the song's usually to be shared and enjoyed.
Of course.
by
during that time, 'cause
Yeah.
it's the spirit of the time.
yeah.
With saying the spirit of the time, right? So you've got your own way of doing music. So when things trend, do you jump into the spirit of that time, or do you stick to Dexter? Now I'm just playing on your words, right? So for example, would now Dexter do something on an Amapiano song just because it's the spirit of the time?
People have no idea how much I love Amapiano.
That's great.
Like,
yeah.
crazy love for Amapiano. Secretly,
Yeah.
Dex the Rapper's been doing some Amapiano
It's
things.
true.
However,
Yeah.
however, I don't see myself actually putting out anything
Okay.
Amapiano
So
related.
you're just playing around.
Unless I wouldn't say playing. Yes.
Okay.
The playing is the word.
Okay.
Let's use that word.
Okay.
So
So you
I
wouldn't want
enjoy-
us to appreciate that?
let's see what happens.
Okay.
If we're able to create something that can stay on brand
Okay.
and
okay.
still make the people jump.
Of course.
Let's do it.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I like that. So you've traveled the world growing up, and now you're back in Africa, right? Through your music, how important is it to spread black consciousness and black pride? And I say this because as Africans in general, we seep into a lot of what the rest of the world is doing, right? And Africa in itself is so beautiful, and we've got so much to show and give out and whatever. But in the places where we express it, not a lot of people actually express it. They just do whatever everyone else is doing around the world. For you as an artist, how important is it to still spread that black pride through your music, and do you do it?
Okay. First disclaimer is, or let me give context.
Okay.
My travels have seen me move from, opposite ends of the spectrum. So
Yes.
I've been able to see what the really, really rich live like and what the really poor live like, and a lot of what happens in between.
In between, yeah.
So that's what I've been able to glean from traveling. I can't really say like I'm a traveler.
Okay.
There's a lot more traveling to be done.
To be done, yeah.
But to get to your question, there's the concept of Africanness, and then there's the concept of black. Now I say that black is a concept.
Yeah.
It's really just like a concept that we've all come up with, and I think that concept represents a struggle. That's how I've been able to articulate that in my mind.
Represent struggle because of what we have gone through, or what it is seen as.
Because when you mention the word black, you always have to almost defend or
I
protect
get what you mean. I
or
get what you mean.
help out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so for me, it's still just a very very much a concept. It could be
Okay.
political, it could be
Okay.
economic. And we can't obviously ignore the fact that when you look at the most impoverished or disadvantaged people
In the world.
at the bottom rungs of
yeah.
the ladder, they're
Yeah.
usually darker shade of brown. And so for me, it's more about connecting with the human condition of struggling and overcoming the struggle, because
Okay.
there's a good part of struggle
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So terms like African pride, black excellence, black consciousness, I think they've become very loose,
Okay.
and we just need to define those in ourselves.
What it is, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I wouldn't like to carry that tag,
Okay.
but I definitely do think that I'm not blind to what's happening. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So what types of satisfaction do you get from your music, or from music? Is it artistic, egotistic, self-identity? What are you getting from when you do make that music?
I could say the first is, there's a feeling that builds up in like inside an artist,
Okay.
and you kind of need to deal with that in different ways. So for us, creating
Yeah.
is one of those ways. So
Okay.
that catharsis or that cathartic process of saying this is what I feel and this is what I'm thinking, and no matter what it is, you could be in a rage, you could be extremely happy, and you just want to find a way of putting that in some sort of container and being able to look at it like other people. Yes, there's the ego part of it. As I said, like there's the entertainment side of it, and then there's the music side of it.
Of course.
And we exist as humans, so I do feel it is a platform for me to get across some of the opinions that I have, about the world, how I want to show up in the world. So it gives me that. It gives me a lot of that.
All right. Okay. So have you ever felt, now that I've asked you how you feel about being satisfied with the music that you get and you just explained how it is, have you ever felt out of touch with your music? So you make something and when you started off, you were doing good, then you finish the song and you're like, I'm not feeling it anymore. Or within the process of doing it, you just start feeling out of touch with self. Have you ever felt that? Do artists go through that?
I think that happens after every session.
Wow.
Like I'll get back to listening to the song the next day. And remember, like I said, it's sort of like you're downloading all these things into an object, and now they're no longer part of
you. So you're self-critical a bit.
And sometimes you were and sometimes you were in your emotions in a certain line or whatever, and then you're like, but is that really? Do I really relate to that? So because I'm always evolving a lot faster than I'd like sometimes. There is that struggle.
Why do you say that?
Man, there's so much to explore and discover within ourselves.
Okay, that's true.
You know, and I spend a lot of time there. And I can change my mind like this about something very quickly, you know, simply because I embrace different perspectives, you know, that readily. And that really does contribute to that.
To your changes. Okay. All right. So you have many skills, and as you just said, you evolve a lot as well, right? What is one skill that you would give up and just let go forever, and why? Out of the many skills that you've mentioned this far.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Is it a useful skill or like just a skill that I have?
It has to be useful, and it has to do with your growth right now. So you have to stop this thing, but you must keep growing. What would it be?
Wow, that's very difficult. Off the top of my head, I'm gonna say sometimes I'm a bit too much of a critical thinker for my own good.
Okay.
I mean, any given situation I approach, and there's 3 scenarios. I already play out these scenarios in my mind. Just on the drive here, I played out so many scenarios about what would happen if I don't get through security, what to do, etc. So I'll definitely give up that skill. It's useful in some parts, but it's a bit distracting.
It really can. It makes you overthink even.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are some challenges that you have faced so far with music? And with this, you can give a bit of advice, you know, for people who are also venturing into what you're doing. You say you've been doing it for about 17 years, right? You've been on the paper for about 17 years. What are some challenges that you have faced? Doesn't even have to be from back then, but from now when you came back 6 years ago. No, you stopped music 6 years ago. But when you came back now, what are some challenges?
I think the one thing that surprised me the most was how many moving parts there are behind like a single record.
Okay.
Especially if you're trying to leverage it for some sort of returns.
Yeah.
You know, just a quick little tidbit or crash course in copyright for artists. You have at least 3 main role players in any part of a song. There's the person who publishes the song, who plays the song, reveals it to the world. There's the person who owns the record, which is not always the artist. And there are mechanical rights to that record before we even get to who wrote the song, who composed it, and who performs it. You know? So finding out that there are that many role players and just trying to fit the right people in the right spaces. Because if you can't do that, you cannot create as consistently as you'd like.
Very true.
So that's like, that really chokes the life out of an
Really
artist
does.
if you can't create.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
It's why also some artists, I guess, don't want to sign as well. Does
Mm.
that help when you do? How? Okay, I don't want to say. How do I put this question? Is it easier to sign, or is it easier to stay on your own and have all the things that you just mentioned work with you alone?
They're both difficult.
Mm.
You just have to decide
Which one?
what you're
works
willing
for
to
you?
put up with.
Yeah.
Pick a
And
struggle.
Yeah.
Pick a struggle.
Yeah.
They're both struggles.
Yeah.
Both of them, yeah.
Yeah. So from the entrepreneurial space within music and just in general, what do you think, what kind of challenges do you think we have now as people in general?
We lack, you know, a view of the bigger picture, and
Which would be
the world of the arts and
Yeah.
creativity is not
Yeah.
about competition.
Yes.
So that's the first thing.
that's the yeah.
We need to just get rid of the competition aspect of it. We need to stop. We need to collaborate.
I was about
We
to
need
say
to build
the
community.
word that should be replaced with competition
Is
is collaboration.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
community as well.
Yes.
Because one thing I realized is that a lot of artists, most artists, don't get into art to make money from the art. We just happen to be like, okay, now I'm really good at this thing,
Yeah.
and now it's a thing that's being done in the world.
So maybe
how
could
do
make
I?
money, yeah. How do I capitalize the whole thing? Yeah. Yeah.
So we need to build those communities, and that's where the collaborations will come
Yes,
from. It's not
yes.
just about plug and play,
That's true.
cut and paste.
That's true.
This
Because the
artist
whole
with the
point
next.
is to express in the beginning, right? You as the person who comes into the picture, you're doing it to express yourself, and now you're expressing yourself within a community of people, right? I get what you're saying.
Who understand
Who
you, your
understand
tribe.
you. Yeah. Okay. I hear you. So what can we look forward to from Dex the Rapper in the next, I don't know, couple of months in the year 2022? What can we look out for? Even if you have something now in the near future, basically, what can we look out for from Dex the Rapper?
Okay. Without giving away too much, expect fuller production.
Okay.
Back in 2019, I was working with live session instrumentalists. Completely different world. The cost structure behind that is
Yeah.
a whole lot different.
Yeah.
Music takes longer to make,
Yeah.
but the end product is what I've been in love with for a long time.
Yeah.
And fuller production, bigger production,
Yeah.
probably not as many productions as people would hope,
expect. Okay.
but I'll put out some songs here and there.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm allowed to mention any names about upcoming events.
You can. Please
There's-
do. Please do.
If you've heard of the Master Bella live sessions,
Okay.
I'll be doing that in February.
All right.
Be doing that in
All
February.
right.
And still just waiting on confirmations for, the holiday gigs.
Okay.
Yeah, but on my socials, I'll be putting those up and
Okay.
letting the people know.
All right. And where can people find you on social media? Which platforms are your most active social media platforms?
Oh, that's my WhatsApp. So that's 07. No, I'm kidding. My Instagram is basically where I could say the best curated of all the platforms.
Okay.
Where I've got a variety of my stuff. So I use it as like my gallery. So you
Okay.
can just
Nice.
look through the stuff there. You'll find a lot of hidden songs there.
Okay.
Most of my discography is actually on my Instagram and not
Okay.
online. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm Dex the Rapper on the whole internet thing
Okay. Okay.
with an E.
With an E,
With an E.
please. Dex the Rapper with an E. Thank you so much for joining us on the Kovsie FM Drive, Dexter. It's been a pleasure.
It's been fun for me. Thank you for having me.
I absolutely love it. It was great knowing you, getting to know you. And next up, the next song is by Dexter. It's called Yeah Yeah.
Yeah.
Do enjoy.
Yeah. Hey, I got him saying yeah. Yeah. They say I got what it takes. Say I might just be great. Ay, all my is safe. I took that L right to the face. To the face. Just to put some egos in their place. Ay, I keep it ready for the city. I keep it real, I keep it ready. Hey, Blumtown, is you with me? Blumtown, is you with me? Hey, hey, Blum City, what it is? Short and skinny, coming from the north side. If you see me in the streets, yeah, holla north side. I'm kicking raps at the gallery, man, we borderline. Little Philly down to earth, she like a Taurus sign. New shorty roll a fatty with her eyes closed. Little bit of competition for the flight mode. Always try to give her water, that's the guy code. Now she got my newest lyrics in her iPhone. So iPhone, yeah. I got him saying yeah, yeah. They say I'ma do it better. Ay, that all my people making peace and now we talking about the weather. Tell me I'ma do it big, big. Big enough to let my ego get it dead. You can focus on my old news, my old news. Don't wanna hear me say I told you, but I told you. You make the same mistake the last time, but actually you do that like all the time. But never mind, I know I got the city waiting, got them waiting. You rap like this, you need some patience, a bit of patience. I took my time and put that weight in, get it? But I hardly get impressed. You should know I'm a perfectionist. New flex, I got land, I don't trespass. New flow, I'm the best, not no chit chat. True story all the time, all I spit facts. Blue collar, white crime, call it riff-raff. Yeah. Yeah. I got him saying yeah. Hey.